Welcome to the iGuide Career Planning Toolkit of Resources. We are so glad that you can join us. This video will focus on advantages and disadvantages of employee retention in order to help you to figure out this definition and propose useful strategies. So let's get started. The success and longevity of an organization is dependent on their ability to retain key employees within the company. With every 10 managerial and professional employees who leave an organization, and on average, the company will lose approximately 1 million in revenue. Furthermore, when combining the direct and indirect costs from employee turnover, the total cost is found to be between 1 and 2 years' worth of employee pay and benefits. Therefore, in order to minimize these costs to the company, it is critical that firms ensure that they are retaining key workers who will be costly to replace. However, as explained later, the costs of employee retention form a U-shape, as the most efficient solution to the employee retention problem is not to simply retain all staff, but to keep workers where benefits from retention exceeds costs. Due to employees' indirect benefits to the company being difficult to quantify, the process of choosing which workers to retain and which to allow leaving can be problematic. With this, a variety of advantages and disadvantages can be produced from the employee retention problem, which will be explored soon. In the book titled The 7 Hidden Reasons Employees Leave, author Lee Branham outlines 7 frequently recurring reasons for employees to leave an organization. These are unfulfilled expectations, a mismatch between job and person, too little coaching and feedback, too few opportunities, feeling devalued or unrecognized, stress from overworking, and a loss of trust in senior leaders. The social dimension comprises the internal and external contact that employees have while working in the organization. The mental dimension consists of work characteristics. For example, if employees are able to see the results of the work they have put in. Finally, the physical dimensions constitute working conditions and employees' pay. If these dimensions are fulfilled, then employee retention should be maximized. Let's firstly explore the advantages of employee retention. Definitely, employee retention reduces turnover hassle. Considering the high costs of replacing and retraining, it makes sense for businesses to think about why employees leave in the first place, and to focus their efforts on employee retention rather than making counteroffers when employees threaten to move on. Employee retention reduces acquisition and training time. Actually, systematic training at the working place can be an outstanding tool, not only to help the organization develop its workflows and grow in new ways, but also to handle the turnover and retention of employees. Employee retention increases overall productivity. In reality, altogether, a new employee will take 1 to 2 years to achieve the productivity level of the employee they replaced. A modest rise in remaining workers saves the company a lot of lost productivity, both for workers and for the HR teams who have to cope with these changes. The culture of the organization. It's a sign of stability for a customer to see the team of workers with remaining same people and cohesive at work. Indeed, building a strong culture is one of any organization's goals. It's also important to give employees opportunities to strengthen those relationships through workplace celebrations and the establishment of social gatherings spots around the office space. It has been observed that individuals sticking to an organization for a longer span are more loyal towards management and the organization. Loyal employees are involved in the company and its positions irrespective of how long they have been at the company or how open they are to demands from management. They feel that their work means something and that is important, and they believe in the mission and vision of the organization. When it comes to disadvantages, we should emphasize its negative effect on company productivity. Without an employee retention strategy in place, your employees are more likely to consider the other job opportunities and become disengaged. Even when roles are filled, employees will take time to acclimate and ramp up their peak productivity, with most skilled workers taking 1 to 2 years to become fully productive within an organization. Another disadvantage is that employee morale can be damaged if employees stay or are not let go when there are problems or some sort of them are underperforming or causing issues. Employees that are either underperforming or struggling to reach targets often hang around longer. Not only does this mean that the business is not at its maximum efficiency, but with these workers, the corporation would also undoubtedly have to invest more time on management and administration. A national attrition survey found that 68% of respondents felt that low performers were detrimental for workplace morale, and as stated previously, culture is vital for positive organisational outcomes. It is important that the high-performing employees are retained and that the non-performing employees are allowed to leave or are removed from the organisation. In conclusion, it is critical that managers have a comprehensive understanding of the performance of the employees and the role of their place in developing a positive culture in the workplace. In doing so, they will ensure they are retaining the employees whose net benefits to the organisation outweigh those from allowing them to leave. Congratulations on completing today's lesson. For more lessons, please log on to the iGuide project website.